Hey, how you doing, Sean?
I'm pretty good. You seen Anna?
Oh, she's in the interrogation room.
Oh, I wouldn't want to interrupt her when she's interrogating a suspect.
She'll be back pretty soon.
Oh. Using the WSB computer, huh?
Mm-hmm.
HTI. Dr. Greta Engstrom. What's going on there?
Seems to have been a break-in, Sean. Happened the other day when I was...
Hey, you got a couple of minutes?
Well, maybe. I'll go get a file and get back to the interrogation.
Oh, this will only take a minute anyway. How about having dinner with you tonight?
Tonight?
Yeah, just two of us.
I'd be rotten company, Sean.
All right, rotten or not, I insist. I think you need an old friend, and I'm it.
Yes. You're an old and dear friend.
So it's yes to dinner?
Yes. Just make it an early dinner.
All right.
And thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a seat.
Glad you're doing that, Sean.
Yeah, I think she needs it. You started to tell me about the HTI burglary.
I did?
Yeah. I'd like to hear more.
That was a component intended for Dr. Greta Engstrom's microprocessor that was taken from the storage area. Now, the good doctor doesn't want to tell me what the purpose of the component is.
Interesting. You need to know, right?
Well, it usually helps to know exactly what you're looking for, what it does, in order to find the right direction to look in.
You're right. She said why she didn't want to discuss the missing component.
No, she's very secretive.
Well, maybe she has to be. I was over at the TV station when she was interviewed by Tiffany. It wasn't easy. Doctor didn't want to discuss her business in public.
Maybe she doesn't.
What kind of information are you looking for?
Something that'll substantiate my gut feeling that there's more here than a stolen component.
I hope you realize you made us take a totally unnecessary step here.
I couldn't help it.
You could have been more adroit when you stole it.
Well, just be glad I was able to hide it until now.
Quite frankly, I'm not glad about anything. Stripping the burglar along was really stupid. It was clumsy.
I'm not a professional thief, sir, so I forgot to deactivate the alarm. You should be glad that I got out of there without getting
Norman,
caught.
don't keep telling me that I should be glad about your bungling. And don't scratch the plate you're trying to remove.
I am being very careful. I'd be a lot more careful if you stopped hassling me for a minute.
Okay, hold it. Back off, please.
Is that what you want?
Hold it, hold it, hold it.
What are you putting it in?
This garment is a container we use for radioactive material. Now put the component back together and finish your job.
What after this, what's next?
Next. You put the component in the carton and make sure that the carton doesn't look like it's been opened. Can you do that?
Yes, I can handle that.
Good. And then find some convincing spot for it to be discovered. Can you handle that?
Yes,
Good. This is what we keep locked up.
And Duke seems to be in this very deep depression. I mean, we've been having a lot of good business at the club, and he doesn't seem to care about it. Now, if he's having some problems with his family, with his sister and his aunt, I think that maybe...
Well, I think that that's his concern, don't you? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to snap at you like that. It's not very fair.
Well, I can see it was wrong for me to come here. I gather you already know what I'm talking about.
Felicia, I do appreciate your concern. I appreciate everybody's concern.
Man, I don't know about this report on the HTI break. Hi, honey. It's just not conclusive. I don't think it can be without some government clearance. Think you can help on that?
Well, I can try.
Vague suspicions are not my idea of good reports. What are you doing here?
Forget it.
What? What is it?
Felicia came here because she's worried about Dick.
I'm worried about you too, Anna.
Well, I must say that I'm with Felicia. I'm worried about you two also.
I suppose I should tell you that Dick and I probably aren't going to remain engaged.
Really? Gone that far, huh?
Yes.
Well, that's becoming a surprise to a lot of your friends.
I'm very unhappy about it myself.
Anna, Frisco and I got off to a very bad start when we first met each other, didn't we?
Yeah. It's been downhill ever since, but it's fun.
This is fine, officer. I'm worried. I have a meeting that I've got to get to, so if you'll excuse me. I really appreciate your friendship. Very much.
Wow. Was that ever that bad for us?
No, I think it got better after we got serious with each other.
Well, there's one ray of hope. I heard Sean talking to her earlier, and they scheduled a dinner tonight. Maybe they'll have a good talk.
Well, good for Sean.
Somebody's coming, Greta. What now?
Mr. Von Schuler. This is Mr. Sean Donnelly. We've met.
So we have.
Yes, I met the doctor after her television interview with Miss Hill.
This is my assistant, Connie Daniels.
How do you do? How do you do? Greta, these are white knights who are going to save our company from Joe Bronson.
White Knight.
In shining armor.
Well, I have to say I'm leery of all takeovers. Too often, and despite promises, the company is simply stripped and dumped.
I can assure you that is not the case in this instance, Doctor. I and my syndicate are very anxious to see HTI continue to prosper and to go on to greater scientific achievements and glory.
I must say, Joe Bronson wouldn't even have bothered to make such a speech.
That's in our favor, don't you think?
I'm interested in deeds, not words.
Before you see any deeds performed, Doctor, Mr. Van Schuler and I have some concerns about this operation.
Is that so, Miss Donnelly?
No, Greta, I don't think Mr. Von Schuler and Mr. Donnelly are out of line with their concern. I'm concerned, too.
About what?
Well, about the break-in, the burglary.
I can't think why that should be of any concern.
Hey, you're not playing around with $18 million, either.
I think you'd better listen.
All right.
I was told by Detective Jones that satisfactory answers to his questions were not exactly forthcoming.
Greta, I think these gentlemen have the right to some assurances.
Very well. The missing component was like this. Was to replace this one. Evidently, someone took it out of our storage area. Perhaps someone thought it was a personal computer. Who knows?
I wouldn't mind an educated guess, Doctor.
What was stolen was custom designed and of absolutely no value to anyone that doesn't have my setup in here. Perhaps there are only about 100 in the country. The theft is an annoyance, that's all. Some of my work will be delayed for a few weeks until it can be replaced.
Satisfied, Mr. Donnelly?
No.
I beg your pardon?
I'd like to know more about your research, Doctor.
Like that young detective, you're asking me to violate security regulations.
Yes, we can't do that, Sean.
Yes, we can, Wolfgang. I'd like to know what I'm buying.
So many distractions. Who is it?
Jurgen, maintenance. I may have your missing equipment here. Do you want to take a look?
Well, yes, come right in. Where did you get that?
I found it in the warehouse behind a stack of forklift pallets. They were all knocked over. I don't know how it happened.
Well, put it up on the work table here, please. This is what was missing.
Oh, so the burglary of the false alarm.
Indeed it was.
I'm sorry to have to be so closed-mouthed, but the government is rigorous in maintaining security. I do hope you understand my situation.
Sean, satisfied?
Found it all right?
Connie? It seems to be, Doctor. And there you are, Mr. Donnelly.
Now, I'd still like to know who tripped that alarm.
Well, I can assure you I'll get the answer to that, Mr. Donnelly.
Yes, I'm sure he will. Everything seems fine.
And I would like to get back to work, gentlemen.
All right, gentlemen, shall we go?
By all means, we must allow the doctor to return to the work at hand.
No more mystery, Mr. Donnelly.
I'm ready.
General Hospital will continue in a moment.
No. This radioactive isotope is very powerful stuff. Easily worth 10 times what I'm asking. Mere 200. Oh, come on. I know at least a dozen other black market dealers that would jump at the chance. Hey, I know the market. $125. No way. Listen, I'm going to cut it short. There's other people I have to call. Okay, $150. I'm thinking. All right, $150. You got it. Okay, good. Delivery tonight. All right, okay. Well, guess what I got for you? 150 grand.
The so-called burglary at HTI played right into our hands.
What do you mean played right into our hands? Do you know what he's talking about, Sean?
Yes, honey, I do. I'll explain it later.
Yes, what he did was to frighten Denby and the entire board, so now we have their complete cooperation. Shall we continue?
Yes.
Continuous in signing?
Yes, and while you're doing that, I'm going to call the stock exchange and let Bill Hudson know everything is okay.
Oh, no, why do I get this choking feeling every time I have to sign legal papers? You know, that's the reason I have never signed a marriage license. I'm sure it is.
Maybe the right man never came along.
Listen, maybe the right deal hasn't come along. Are you satisfied with all this break-in business?
Yes, always.
Well, I can see how it could happen.
Are you talking about the false alarm at HTI?
Yes.
All settled.
Well, I still want to check out what or whom tripped that burglar alarm. In fact, I'm going to check out their entire security system. Sign right there, baby.
Here.
Yeah.
Hello, Bill. It's Wolfgang here. This is the green light. Full speed ahead. Be in touch. Well, the die is cast.
I wish you hadn't said that.
Oh, don't worry about it. You just keep right on signing.
Put the president of HTI on the phone. They found the missing equipment.
They found it?
Well, it was never missing. It was in the warehouse all the time. Accidentally hidden from sight.
Accidentally hidden?
Mm-hmm. You can find all that out when you speak to Mr. Denby.
Well, if they found it, what does he want to see me for?
He says that there's a few questions, and he thinks the police officer should look into it.
Oh, that's a switch. Now they want us to look into things.
Exactly. Must say the change in attitude is very puzzling.
Yeah, I know. This case is a real oddball, you know.
I know, yeah.
First they stiff-armed me, and now they're welcoming me. Maybe that's too strong a word.
I don't think so. Mr. Denby was very friendly.